Good evening, race fans. We're just a few minutes away from the MVRL live from Limaland Speedway. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Great racing action just around the corner. evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Backwards Hat Productions. As we get set to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... There we go. Technical difficulties. We're underway now. Practice underway. Beautiful sunset here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Robbie Buckner, last night we were at the high banks of the Daytona International Speedway. Tonight, both of us back in our wheelhouse, ready to watch some pro late model action from the Limaland Motorsports Park here, Lima, USA. Ready for a little throwing it deep, selling it cheap, brother?
Dude, I'm more than ready. We're back on the dirt, back where we, like you said, feel comfortable doing what we do. So it's going to be fun tonight. See these guys back here at Limaland, like you like to say, fighter jets in the gymnasium, so it ought to be fun. But I know right now everybody's excited to get this going, but just hang tight with us, folks. We're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty. New update on the iRacing servers is causing some issues. A lot of drivers, as Brett Rolls said out in the chat, have been locked outside the pit gate, so they're trying to get the gates unlocked and let all the drivers in.
Yeah, definitely hang with us as we're going to walk you through some of the pre-race. Hey, we'll get some driver interviews here in the pre-race show while we're waiting. I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and pull him down. Robbie, I'm going to let you talk to the Jedi, Joey Lamb.
Joey Lamb, this is Robbie Buckner, Backwards Hat Production booth. Got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Man, it's another fun day, and MVRL, we're back at Limaland. Drivers are locked out the back gate trying to find somebody with a key to it. So what you doing to keep yourself busy at the moment?
Well, I am currently switching servers. I am one of the few drivers that is not having a problem, and we are fast, and we're just ready to get this thing going. Hopefully we can get this thing in tonight.
Heck yeah, brother. It should get it in tonight. Shouldn't be a problem. I think they found the dude over on the concession stand slinging hot dogs. He had the key for some reason, decided to lock everyone out. But I tell you, Joe, you come in, one win so far this season, but definitely way up there in the points. If I'm not mistaken, you're the current points leader in the series. With the series almost halfway through now, what's it going to take to finish out the season strong?
Well, I'll tell you what it's not going to take. It's not going to take another showing like we had at Eldora 2 weeks ago, and we are not going to repeat that here tonight at Limaland. We're going straight for the pole. We're trying to do a max points night, and that's the goal. And hopefully that's what we got. But we got some hungry drivers out here. My teammate, second place, only 42 points back. He's looking to do the exact same thing. And like I said, last race at Eldora really hurt me, so I got a lot to make up for now. So.
Heck yeah, brother. Definitely should be interested to see how it goes for you tonight. Look forward, as always, to watching the Jedi come through the field and sling some mud for us. But I know tonight's the start of the Grinch season for Joey Lamb and Joey Lamb Racing. So if I'm not mistaken, you're rolling out the Grinch car tonight?
Yeah, I am. Just came out of the paint shop today and ready to rock and roll. I was just going to use it for the dirt week in December, but it costed me enough that I might as well run it for all of December. So
I don't blame you there, man. I know you're running a special little banner for a driver in the community whose son was diagnosed with possibly leukemia. Would you like to tell everybody about that?
Yeah, for the guys or for everybody who doesn't know, one of the drivers, like Robbie just said, Keith Hackney, a driver from HRE Motorsports, normally has a couple of teammates over here, so I would definitely hit up them tonight and ask them, how he's doing and stuff or whatnot. But yeah, his son diagnosed with leukemia, so Jim Rivas at Able One Graphics came up with a thing, and basically it's free to grab. We're asking everybody to just grab it, throw it on your car. If you can, just take a quick picture of it, a screenshot, send it to Keith on Facebook. He has sponsors. Every picture that he gets with that ribbon on a race car, a sim car, that his sponsors donate $1 to a fund for his kid to help cover the medical bills and everything that he's going to have to go through. So it takes 5 minutes. I mean, hell, I'd like to see it on 5,000 cars. That way he gets $5,000. That that burden of having the bills and medical bills. I mean, nobody wants to go through that, especially a single father, who is also trying to be a racer at the same time. I mean, that's tragic. So.
Yeah, most definitely. Hate to hear that for anybody out there. I myself, as a child, went through leukemia. It's not fun. It's real stressful on the family, but it is beatable. It is possible to cure it. So all thoughts and prayers go out to his family and fight the good fight. And like Joey said, doesn't cost you anything to get the banner. Doesn't cost anything to really put the banner on your car. Most painters, I think, right now, if you ask them just to put it on your car, they'll do it for you.
Yeah, I know Jim at Evil One Graphics will. David at DK Designs, iRacing, and I'm pretty sure Bradley would probably do it if you ask Bradley at BA Graphics too. So,
yeah, most definitely, man. But best of luck to you tonight. As the new server's going up, hopefully everybody gets in the back gate this time. You're locked out this time, huh?
I don't see the new server yet, so y'all pulled me up here. So I was.
All right, brother. Well,
I'm not as clueless as y'all are right now, so
we'll let you go back to the hauler and drive it back in the back gate. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
All right, Joey. Thanks for the interview as always, brother. And we'll hopefully talk to you after qualifying tonight.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a great cause, Robbie, that Joey made mention of there. Hey, we've got 10 of you out there watching. Don't go anywhere. The pre-race show, sun setting over the beautiful Limaland Motorsports Park here in Lima, USA. Robbie, I want to get into some of the race details of tonight. As you see, as everybody's aware, the iRacing.com server did a huge update yesterday, their season build release. With it was the day-to-night transition, and it's definitely cool to see a sunset. You're going to see some lights come on as it starts to get a little darker. But, Robbie, I want to talk to you, hit on this a little bit, and we'll talk to some drivers about it. With the day-to-night transitioning, that also, these drivers had to set up a car for strictly day, strictly night, something like that. With this new day-to-night transition, you've got to be flexible in these setups.
Yeah, you got to build a lot of adjustability into your setup to be able to handle the adjustments as the track changes with the sun setting and cooler temperatures coming in as it goes to nights. The motor's going to be a lot more excited to turn the higher RPMs in the dark. The air temperature, ambient temperature all comes down. The horsepower comes up, but unfortunately, tends to be by that time the track's kind of wants to dry out a little bit faster, which is kind of, you would think it'd be the opposite, during the day that it would dry out faster than it does at night, but for some reason it seems like nighttime is typically when these tracks dry out the fastest. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys are able to adjust and keep that adjustability in their setups.
Like I said, folks, we've got 11 of you out there now in the Backwards Hat Nation. Hey, share the link out. Let's get some folks in here. Tell them it's race night with the MVRL, and it's going to be one hell of a show from the Limaland Motorsports Park. I tell you what, if you're out there now, you're a fan, got a favorite driver you want to talk to, drop me and Robbie a line. We're both monitoring the chat right now. We'll be definitely happy to facilitate those needs and talk to a driver. But I'm going to talk to one of the drivers that we don't really get a chance to talk to all that often. Downtown, Ronnie Brown. This is Bradley Wilson of the Backwards Hat Booth. You got a copy?
Yep, sure do.
Well, man, here we go tonight. The MVRL live from Limaland. How do you think the car's going to handle for you tonight?
Hopefully pretty well. I've been working on it the downtime we've had, and it should be pretty good, I think.
Man, Robbie and I were just talking about with this new server update that come out, the big season release, day-to-night transitioning, now allowing league owners the option to start a race well into the sunset, and then the lights are going to come on. It's going to get dark. we were just talking about, you know, how as drivers, you're not just setting a car up for either a daytime, a night race, anything like that. You're now going to have to be kind of flexible in how you set these cars up. Do you kind of factor that in as a driver coming into this week?
Yeah, I messed with it quite a bit after the release, and got something I think that's pretty good in between. Works on both, and that seemed to do pretty well. So.
Well, heck yeah, man. Like I was telling the viewers, you're one of the guys that we definitely call out week to week. We don't really get to talk to all that often. Man, give us and the viewers out there a little insight on downtown Ronnie Brown.
Well, I have no team. I've just been, going at it on my own. And I joined you guys, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago or 2 races ago. And it's been pretty fun.
Heck yeah, man. Well, independent driver for all the teams out there who may be looking for a hot shoe. Ronnie Brown, definitely hit him up, man. We want to thank you for taking a few minutes out here in the pre-race to talk to us, and good luck tonight.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Robbie, definitely nice to see the fresh faces coming in. As folks, like I said, don't go anywhere. Racing action just around the corner. Doing a little pre-race prep, and I believe the new server should be going up any minute.
Yeah, most definitely. I tell you, I want to talk with another driver who's also racing tonight for a cause. So let's go ahead and bring him down here real quick and have a word with him. Got Frankie the Joker Gonzalez. Frankie, I know tonight you come in with a heavy heart, racing with a real heavy heart tonight, racing with a hashtag on yours and all of JLR's cars, racing for Donna. Man, from Backwards Hat Productions and Backwards Hat Nations, our heartfelt sympathies go out to you and your family dealing with your loss, man. But good to see you back at the track this week.
Yeah, it'll help me being back a lot.
Yeah, most definitely. It's hard to get going again after a tragedy such as the one you and your family are going through, but some sense of normalcy's got to be nice to be able to just kind of get your mind free for a little bit.
Yeah, that's no lie. Just trying to get all the stress and get everything out of my head.
I hear you, brother. Coming into Limaland, Limaland's one of those tracks where your track record pretty much speaks for itself. You're pretty dang good at this track. You think you got what it takes with the new build and the new day to night transitions to be able to go out there, have the setup adjustable enough to be able to get you a win tonight?
I think so. I think I can probably bring it home tonight. I'm going to have to beat Joey. He's pretty fast, but I believe I can do it.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, we look forward to watching you tonight. Like I said, hashtag racing for Donna. And best of luck to you the rest of the night, brother. And hopefully we're talking to you from Victory Lane tonight.
I hope so, buddy. Y'all have a good night.
I tell you what, Rob, I just received word that we're about ready to launch. We're going to take it down for just a split second. Like I said, Robbie and I are going to stay with you live here. Don't go anywhere, folks. A great night of racing is in store here from the Limaland Motorsports Park.
Yeah. Somebody found the key to the back gate finally. Brett, they found the key.
Tell you what, as we get switched over, we'll continue some driver interviews. Like I said, if you're out there, we hadn't hit your favorite driver yet, drop us a line. Let us know who you want to hear from. We're definitely going to be able to do all of that.
Heck yeah. Tell you what, I got somebody we can talk to.
Davey Lamont out in the chat already. What's up, man? Glad you're tuned in.
Brad Rolls, have you found the key yet?
Well, I got the beta running here, but it's loading like molasses in January, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to run tonight.
Oh, man, we got to get you in here tonight. Got to have you.
I'm blaming Babyface.
Blaming Babyface Hazen for this one. Babyface's fault. He must have tried to get you buy a hot dog from you.
Nah, he asked me if I'd buy him a shirt, and I was like, man, I'm broke.
Oh.
That's a good one right there. I don't care who you are.
Well, hopefully we can get this gate open. I was hoping to come run.
Heck yeah, brother. I tell you, you do a lot of racing and a lot of dirt racing over in the HAR series. And I tell you, while we're kind of switching stuff here, unfortunately, we don't cover you guys over there at HAR, but I know Bradley goes and races with you guys from time to time. I'll go crew chief for him from time to time. You guys put on one whale of a show over there at the HAR, the HAR League.
Well, thank you. I take that as a very, very big compliment. Currently, right now, just to extend the invitation, anybody that does not have a pro license, we have a Friday night 305 open set league. You guys can apply to the league, come run. We're looking to get some guys. We have guys like Shane Kelly come and run with us, and I mean, you guys can ask him. I'll let him speak for himself on how he thinks it went. But I honestly think it was one of the better shows that we've got so far. We got a random pill draw for start rather than qualifying, so it kind of shakes things up and adds a little bit of drama to it.
How much would it cost me to bribe the man at the pill box to make sure I draw one each week?
That's all on piles. I'm basically just the driver in the background.
If I slip him
I hear he likes Oreos.
He likes
Oreos.
Oh,
yeah.
I believe we could make that happen. Amazon Prime. For those y'all don't have it, Amazon tends to fix you up. But no, Brett, man, I'm glad to see you here tonight. Hopefully everything launches for you here soon. You're able to get in that back gate, get racing with us, man. But before I let you go, got any sponsors or anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, definitely. Got to thank you guys for putting on the process here for the broadcast. Got to thank Michael for letting me come and run with these guys. Hall Graphics, he does my vinyl. The guys at Hard Motorsports. My girlfriend, well, fiance now, she got upgraded. I don't want to get slapped in the back of the head while I'm trying to race at Limaland.
Gotta put a ring on it.
Yeah, I heard the best things in life come with small packages, so I gave her a small package, and she seems pretty happy now.
Well, man, we probably could go in.
I was figuring
you walked
coming from one of you smart asses.
You walked right into it, man. We couldn't help but help you out with it.
Oh yeah, I loaded the gun and I gave you guys the opportunity to pull the trigger.
We try, man. But I tell you, like I said, glad to see you over here tonight. Hopefully this can get off without a hitch tonight. But I know the updates cause a lot of issues for a lot of people. But I tell you what, before I let you go, give me your impressions on the new update since you've had a chance to kind of mess around with it.
Well, I was running the practice run with the Ram series, and we did the testing with the transition from day to night, and I'm really impressed with that. I think that works out great. It gives you kind of the real feel of being at the racetrack as far as like the look of the track and how the cars handle now. I haven't really ventured too much into the new stuff, but the transition is definitely going to be my favorite aspect, I think.
Well, heck yeah, man. When we talk about the transition, kind of give the fans an idea. You set these cars up depending on not only the tackiness of the dirt and where the dirt's at the moment, but also temperature and the sun and how it affects the dirt and how it changes the dirt. When you start building a setup for a league that is going to transition from day to night, how hard is it to hit that sweet spot? How do you go from not making too many adjustments in practice to where you put yourself out of the ballpark when nighttime comes?
Yeah, that's the thing. I always, depending on if the race was in the afternoon or the nighttime, I'd always, do my testing and set up building for that. Now that we got the transition, I think it's going to add a little bit more of a learning curve to that aspect. But I mean, I haven't done too much for setup building yet, which I probably should, considering I've got that 305 race Friday night. I'm kind of slacking behind the 8 ball a little bit. But yeah, I definitely think it's going to cause a lot of competition for the open setup leagues, and it's gonna, give some drivers that, usually have some setup troubles, even more setup troubles. But, I think once people that, are dominant, when it comes to building setups like Joey Lamb and Shane Kelly and guys like that, I think, once you guys get the grip of, how everything's going to transition over, it'll come around.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, we'll let you get back down there. Hopefully the gate key shows up here soon. You can get back into the track and put a show on for the fans tonight. But again, man, can't thank you enough for coming out here tonight. Like I said, you guys over at HAR do an awesome job with your league, and it's nice to see other leagues supporting other leagues.
Oh, no problem. And if I can't race tonight, don't worry. I'll send Babyface up with a boatload of hot dogs.
Oh man, don't you do that to us?
Hey, yeah, that small package deal will come back to bite you now.
Yeah, but that one will get Chris Hansen at my house. Have a good one, Brett.
You too, guys.
Well, folks, we continue on. Like I said, with the updates come a little bit of difficulty. Nobody go anywhere. We're going to be live, I do promise, as we're having a little bit of difficulty getting the server to work with us here on the broadcast side of things now that we've switched over.
Hey, Bradley.
Yes, sir.
We have Babyface's brother in the chat. He
Oh,
wants he wants an interview with Babyface. I'm gonna let you interview Babyface.
Oh man, I tell you what, as much as I would love to do it, I'm still trying to get us up and going here. So I'll let you take that interview away, and I'm gonna happily just listen in.
I might bring a special guest person up here to interview Babyface. Let's get old Babyface down here. Da-da-da. Babyface, Jaron Hazen, what's happening, brother?
How's it going, guys?
Oh man, we're doing good. Got your brother out in the chat. Says, man, I want to hear from Babyface.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to hear from Babyface.
Well, third time you've heard me.
Third time we've heard from Babyface. So just so y'all know, third time from Babyface.
Yeah, that T-shirt deal, man. Sorry, Brett.
A T-shirt deal. I tell you though, Jaron, not a lot of experience at Limaland. I mean, let's call a spade a spade when it comes to it. This probably be the first time you've ever seen the track from the inside of the car. Yeah. So what's the expectations for tonight if we get this thing underway?
Take the show, take the checkered flag, hopefully in the top 10.
Make the show, finish in the top 10.
Yep.
Pretty decent. Pretty decent goals there, man. I can't argue with those.
I mean, be higher if I had the track for longer, but yeah, it's the first time.
I hear you, brother. I tell you, you're kind of the same boat with a lot of drivers as far as this new update and how the update's going to affect stuff. What's your expectations moving forward with the update and the day to night transitions and how it's going to affect your setups moving forward?
Oh, we're definitely going to have to look more down the road when it comes to the setups and how they go and how the track's going to change. Sure, it'll change a lot better. Hopefully, provide better racing. Yeah, I am hopeful that this provides us way better racing.
Oh yeah, it definitely should. It's gonna definitely bring more excitement to everything for everybody, but should be exciting to see what happens here tonight. You one of the unfortunate drivers that are locked outside the gates, along with some other ones?
Well, right now we're just kind of winging it. Right now we got it working through the beta UI, but still things that can change. Yeah, it's pretty screwed up right now.
All right, well, we'll let you get back and try and get everything going. And best of luck to you tonight, and hopefully you make the show and get that top 10 like you want.
Yeah, I want to thank SimWorks Performance for being on the car.
Heck yeah. Babyface with the sponsor. Oh.
Babyface with the sponsor. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we are live at the Limaland Speedway or Motorsports Park. The much anticipated, and we're ready to go. As practice underway right now, driver interview is going to continue on. Looking right now, practice got about 8 minutes left, and it's Joey Lamb, the Jedi, on top of the board. Trevor Drake second. David Kuntz third. Downtown, Ronnie Brown, we talked to him early, and another member of the Joey Lamb Racing stable is going to be AJ Cruz, currently sitting in the top 5, Robbie.
Yeah, AJ Cruz doing doing a good job tonight. Joey Lamb Racing's got a pretty decent setup that they have amongst their team drivers there, so be awesome.
There you see Babyface Hazen, the panhandler, out there making a few laps in the 09 car. Currently sitting about 12th on your speed charts. Go on board with Hazen as he rockets down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Robbie, if there was ever a place you could throw it the deepest, sell it the cheapest, it's probably the Limaland Motorsports Park.
Yeah, Limaland, you can throw it as deep as you want to throw it, cheap as you want to sell it, and it's fun to go from the very bottom to the very top. The only problem is the cushion moves all the way up to the top, and it builds pretty high. So when you jump it, you almost jump outside of this racetrack.
Well, not only are you going to be, you know, throwing it deep, selling it cheap, you're also going to be hanging it up along the cushion, selling some t-shirts off the back of it. And it's going to be exciting all night long, folks. We're not overselling this event one little bit. We've got 17 of you out there right now tuning in with us. There's the evil outlaw, Michael Redding, out of Batesville, Arkansas. Going to go out and make some more practice laps. Jared Beasley in the 114 car back in action with us tonight. I tell you what, let's see if we can find another driver to harass.
All right, I'll give you the pleasure this time as I try and get my access into the gate on the backstretch.
I'm going to talk to John Hayne out there. John Hayne, this is Bradley Wilson, the backwards hat booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, man, tonight we're here at the Limaland Motorsports Park MVRL action. So far, looks like you're about 14th on the board. How's the car feeling for you out there?
Not too bad. Just kind of searching around, trying to figure out what I'm going to need later rather than here early for qualifying.
Well, man, Robbie and I were talking to some of the drivers, and I'm not sure. I know it was originally going to be set up that way. Not sure if it will now, but with the ability for these league owners to now start a race in the broad day practice like you're seeing right now, and then the ability to qualify in the sunset, heat racing in the sunset, and then the lights to come on, man, that definitely broadens the range of a driver and how you're going to have to set these things up and be flexible with it. You know, do you feel like you're going to see some of that as the season wears on?
I hope so. It's all going to depend on how iRacing set the track surfaces up, because in real life, you know, when the sun goes down, you get moisture that come up back up through the track, so you'll go through a phase where it actually gets a little tacky before it slicks off again. So just trying to learn here this first week after the build, and hopefully it will bring some diversity where you've got to, you know, work your car through the night and keep up with the track. That'll make things a lot of fun.
I was just fixing to say, as a driver, man, I know, you know, you've been out in the real world stuff as well, and you've hit on the moisture coming back up through the track and everything, but as a driver, you know, how difficult is it to keep up with those changes and kind of anticipate what the track's going to do from session to session?
Extremely difficult, because, you know, it depends on where the guys run, and as, you know, as iRacing evolves their build, you know, it changes. You know, sometimes the top comes in. I've been at a track before where one night the top's the way to go. The next time it's locked down on the bottom. Charlotte comes to mind on that. You know, we can't, like, hate to go back to real life, but, you know, can't go stick a screwdriver down in the track to see how far the moisture is down. So we got to kind of eyeball it.
And definitely so, and it's going to be exciting as we move on throughout the night, man. We've seen you make some starts here. You've made limited starts, but definitely always a favorite when you come in, man.
All right, guys.
What's been up on the plate for you
X
lately?
out of this race, Blake Heather
Well,
put up a race.
Keep busy over with the Stars on Dirt guys over on Tuesday nights. But moving forward, I'm hoping to be here every Wednesday night from here on in, and next year too.
Blake Heather.
Heck yeah, man. Well, as we hear, I've got it open to the race control, and we're kind of hearing
the one that's got
Michael
Blake
Reddick
Heather
in the background. But man, one more thing before we let you go. Limaland Motorsports Park, I've dubbed it as kind of like flying fighter jets in a gymnasium. What's going to be the John Hayne keys to victory lane and getting that 21 car up there with a shot at the end?
You got to have a car that's neutral, that's good through the slick and good up on the top, because the past guys, you got to go where they're not. You know, I'm not into turning guys or knocking them out of the way. So you've got to have a pretty neutral car to get there, and that's kind of what I've been working on here in practice.
Heck yeah, man. Well, good luck throughout the night. And hey, before we let you go, anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just Ted and Mark and George and all the Stars on Dirt guys. You know, they help me with setups and stuff like that. And want to thank you guys for broadcasting. And also want to thank Michael, you know, putting all this on and everything else. It's a lot of fun to come out here and run with the guys. And all these competitors out here are great.
Heck yeah, man. Well, pleasure is ours as always. And good luck moving throughout the night.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You guys have a good broadcast.
Once again, that was John Hayne, driver of the number 21 Stars on Dirt car. You heard Michael Redding say, still a little bit of technical difficulty, folks. Bear with us. It does happen. It's one of those things that can happen when the new build and everybody trying to figure it out. We're going to stay live with you, though, folks. And, you know, Robbie and I definitely looking forward to this event. Like I said, there's 18 of you out there watching now. We can't thank you all enough. Backwards Hat Nation showing up tonight for the MVRL. Don't go anywhere. We're going to stay live with you. We're going to keep talking to you. And although you're not seeing any pictures, you will hear the sweet serenade of our voices. So I tell you what, Rob, I know you're out amongst the drivers just a minute ago. What's the anticipation like for tonight?
Oh, everybody's excited, but at this point, everybody's kind of a little frustrated, but, you know, that's to be expected. It, new updates, kind of making everybody go through a new user interface to get into it. So, you know, we're not in Kansas anymore. I'll put it to you that way.
We're not in Kansas anymore, and you know, for you and I, we've kind of got the easier job tonight. We just show up, broadcast it, tell people what we think and what we see. As you and I won't have to tackle this monster until February, so definitely counting our lucky stars for that tonight. Hazen wants a top 10. Hazen wants a top 10. He wants $1. Anybody can facilitate those needs for him. Feel free to hit up the panhandler, Jaron Hazen. He'll drop $1 in the cup is on your way.
Little
by.
Enos.
Little Enos. Little Enos Bordeaux on pace tonight as I tell you what, like I said, folks, don't go anywhere. I see it fluctuating just a little bit. I am loading into the new server right now. We're going to be back with all the action shots from the Limaland Motorsports Park. I tell you what, Robbie, you did such a marvelous job at it last night. Why don't you tell these folks about some of the sponsors here at Backwards Hat Productions while we wait?
Oh, man, I'd be glad to tell them about some of our sponsors here at Backwards Hat Production. Give me 1 second here. My stuff's acting up on me. Sorry. But, yeah, we have great sponsors here at Backwards Hat. You know, we can't do the things we do without these sponsors. You know, first and foremost, Thompson Seed and Feed out of Oklahoma. It's winter time. You know, you need to protect those flower beds that Bradley got you guys to go buy for your wives during the summer when it was nice and pretty. Well, now winter time's coming. Go see these guys. They're going to help you protect your flower beds and everything else for the winter time so that when summer and spring rolls back around, you ain't got to buy all new stuff anymore. Definitely want to go see them. NASCAR Diecast is another one of our great sponsors here. NASCAR Diecast, the great part about those guys is it doesn't matter if you like IndyCar, NASCAR, dirt racing, monster trucks, whatever it is, they have a diecast for you. They have mini helmets, a lot of autographed memorabilia from drivers. So definitely go check those guys out there at NASCARdiecast.com. Another one of our great sponsors out there is Midwest Racing Development. Great race team over in the Ram Series. Those guys do a great job. They do a wonderful job of helping out new drivers. If you're new to the series and you want some help, go hit those guys up. They also race in this series. Drivers like Shane Kelly, or Shane Showtime Kelly, as Bradley likes to call him. You know, they're all part of that Midwest Development driver group. Another one, 5-star drafting. Our plans beat everyone else's plans. Are, you know, those guys, if you need a new building added to your property, you want some new drawings put up, planning on starting a new building, maybe that new shed or something you want to build. Heck, for most of us guys, we want to build that 9-car garage and get it all set up. Go see the guys down at 5-star drafting. They'll hook you up with a nice plan to get you what you need. And, you know, like I said, can't say enough for our sponsors out there. Can't say enough for the fans out there and Backwards Hat Nation that help us out. And a new sponsor for us is Russell Brown Race Cars out of Georgia. If you live anywhere in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, you're used to seeing a Russell Brown race car beat the living snot out of everybody at your local track. If you're looking to get into dirt racing and you want a good chassis builder, go hit up Russell Brown them at Russell Brown Chassis. They'll build you a winning race car. I guarantee you, I've seen those cars in person myself. They will wear you out.
You know, Russell Brown Race Car is also coming on as a proud sponsor of Joey Lamb Racing in the 81 car, so definitely a lot of cool things going on there. Folks, we told you with the new updates and everything coming out that you would get to see a beautiful sunset over the Limaland Motorsports Park. You're seeing it right now. 20 of you out there watching racing action. Drivers beginning to file in once again as we get set to go.
Getting down and dirty.
I tell you what, getting down and dirty indeed. Robbie Buckner going to serenade you all just a little bit there. Y'all may not know it, but Robbie, on top of all the great things he does here at Backwards Hat Production, quite the freestyle rapper.
Oh, yeah. White boy got bars.
White boy got bars. I'm telling
Not
you,
really.
folks, as we try to kill some time here, hey, if you're out there watching, man, drop us a line in the chat. Let us know if you want to interview anybody, or let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know, you know, what's up. We always love to interact with the viewers as we wait on racing action to resume.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night tonight, guys. Just hang with us. These guys are doing everything they can to get it going. We finally got the server up and going like we need it, so it should be exciting tonight to see what's happening. I know out in the chat, looks like Brett Rolls says doesn't think he's going to be able to run tonight. That sucks. Hate to hear that, Brett. Definitely wish you could have ran with us tonight. But if you're hanging around in TeamSpeak and want to interject your opinion every now and then, just give me a poke and we'll pull you up and let you give your opinion there, bud. Just keep your small package to yourself.
Well, folks, I may regret it later, but I'm going to turn the show over to Robbie Buckner for just a split second. I will return.
He's messed up now.
You're all at the mercy and the helm of Robbie Buckner. So, you know, Rob, keep these folks entertained. Get some driver interviews if you'd like. I'll be off the mic for just a second, but I'll be back.
Heck yeah. Like Bradley said, right now, guys, we're watching practice heat laps here at Limaland Motor Speedway. These guys are getting ready for their driver meeting here in a minute. Finally got the gate unlocked. Finally got the drivers in. And
5.6.
Run a 9.6.
Yes, I made one,
Probably.
Bradley, because
You're in the one from Netherlands.
I'm coming
probably.
in. I found the key to the gate.
Nope, wrong one. This one's
find
got
under
20.
hosted. Find my name, Bradley.
Did you have to put a password in?
Okay, well then you're in the Netherlands one. Go to the one from the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah, you want to go to the United States one.
There's two of them up. One of
Yeah,
them has a
it's-
Netherlands flag and says NL beside it.
Well, we had too many issues. Yep,
Yep.
that's right.
I'm coming in now.
Go.
Thank you, sir.
We're gonna roll it here in about 10 minutes. We're starting 22 cars, but 10's out of qualifying. The rest of us will just have fun in a heat race, I guess.
You got guys out there, it's very good on one type of track. I'm a slick track type of guy. I love it when the track slicks off, the top gets going, and maybe sometimes, you know, it gets totally slick, you got two grooves. But yeah, the tacky tracks kind of throw me off. When I first got on iRacing, I jumped into the sprint car, and it was kind of fast right away, and that was kind of the thing I grew up liking, so I gravitated towards him a little bit more to start out. But as I got on here and got into different cars, you know, late models, I'm catching up pretty fast here.
Heck yeah, brother, you definitely are. I tell you, man, ask you one of the same questions we've been asking all the drivers tonight when we've had a chance to interview them. You know, with the new update to iRacing, allowing the league owners now to set these races up to practice in the day, transition over to night as the race progresses. You know, used to, you guys would have to set your car up to handle during the day or handle at night. Now you got to be able to handle during the hot of the day and also be able to handle at the cool of the night. What does that change for you as a driver on your setups as far as making adjustments? Do you just kind of take what you got during the day and say, you know, it is what it is? Or do you try and make some adjustments and hope it doesn't mess you up on the night side?
No, I used to race a few years back, so I got a pretty good knowledge of setting a car up. You know, going into night, most of the time you get a little bit more grip somewhere on the track, and the whole thing about dirt track racing is finding that grip on the track through your line. So I mean that keep you on your toes. Hopefully it'll actually put a couple different lanes on there so we can get some closer racing.
Well, heck yeah, brother. So like I was telling some people last night, you know, you're not a rookie to this whole backwards hat production, so you kind of know how we like to end our interviews. So man, I'll turn it over to you. Give us your shout outs, your likes, anybody you want to say hello to, or sponsors you want to thank.
Yeah, I really don't have any real life sponsors on here. Just shout out to my team, man. Just a great group of guys. You know, like I said, I think we're pretty competitive, and we've all just started out, so we're actually getting faster and faster as we go. And all the viewers out there watching, you guys for putting on a hell of a broadcast, and my dad, he loves watching you guys, so keep up the good work.
Heck yeah, we're glad to hear that, man. And hopefully at some point, me and you will talk about some Andy's frozen custard, some Mountain Dew, and, you know, we'll have some fun in the pit area.
Absolutely, buddy. Always a pleasure talking to you, man.
You too, brother. As always, guys, that's Shane Showtime Kelly, driver from the Midwest Development Racing Team. Heck of a driver, and best of luck to him tonight, and hopefully he's able to bring it home in victory lane.
Well, folks, we promised you one hell of a show. It's just about to get underway. We are live now, Limaland Motorsports Park. Cars are on the track for practice right now. David Kuntz on top of the board. Jared Beasley, Joey Lamb, Frank Gonzalez, Blake Heather. Your top five: J.W. Anderson, Stephen Gregory, Downtown Ronnie Brown, A.J. Cruz, Christopher Lewis going to round out your top 10. Robbie, it's the first chance you and I are getting a look at it, as the lights were already on at Daytona International Speedway last night. But definitely, you know, a whole new aspect being brought to it is, we'll see if we can't zoom out just a little bit, show you some of the stadium lights coming on. You may notice you're going to see one light on a light pole, and then the next time they go by it, you may see quite a few more. And it's definitely, you know, it's definitely real cool to see, I'd have to say.
Yeah, it's awesome to see the sunset in the background, you know. It just brings a different element to it for the drivers, for the fans, and even for us here in the broadcast booth. It's kind of brings you that hometown feel to it, you know. You come to it, you show up at the track, and next thing you know, the sun's out. You're like, man, I wish that sun would go down behind them trees. And then the sun goes down behind them trees. You start freezing in the stands, and now you're like, I wish that sun was back up on the other side of them trees.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting, folks, as qualifying just about to get underway at the heels of the drivers' meeting. And here we go, cars out on the track now. You're going to see time start rolling in. You're going to see it from our angle as we start bringing it to you.
Downtown Ronnie Brown out there on the track.
Downtown Ronnie Brown going to be one of the first drivers out there to try to turn in a time.
AJ Cruz out there on the track.
You're seeing it all from the Backwards Hat Productions chopper. I know what you're all thinking. We couldn't get Robbie Double A's for his mic a few months ago, and now we've got a chopper and a blimp.
Still haven't got me double A's for my mic.
There you see it.
Right now, though, Jared Beasley's quick time. As soon as I say that, go time Shane Kelly to the top of the board.
There's the panhandler, Jared Hazen, out of the Midwest region, the Wisconsin native, giving his first go at the Limaland Motorsports Park. We're going to start 22 drivers tonight, as 17 have taken time. There's Shane Kelly in the Procore number 7 car. Superman on the front of that car. Definitely a good-looking ride. There's John Kennedy in the 89 car, one of the drivers slated to possibly be a favorite tonight. He knows how to get it done around this bull ring of a racetrack.
Yeah, John's really good at this racetrack. I kind of gave him a little bit of crap last time we were here. Last time we was here, he was all on the bottom the entire race, never went to the top. And every time I raced with John, John's trying to tell me to get up on the wheel, get up on the cushion on the top. So it's kind of funny to watch John run the bottom the entire race.
Stadium lights coming on. You can see they're already fully on outside the racetrack. Brandon Elsoff, another one of those drivers, going to put in some time here. You know, one thing I always say about Elsoff, and I say it week in, week out, Robbie, is he doesn't squander any bit of track time he can get. He's turned in his qualifying laps. He's well in the show, 8th place. But is, you know, out there still turning laps and going to get that setup as fine-tuned as he can. Maybe going to find something here towards the end of running.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to take advantage of his track time as always. And I tell you, another advantage for him right now being inside the top 10, he's not going to have to go through any heat races. So the next time he sees the track is going to be for warm-up. So, you know, get that rhythm, get that groove going down now so that when you have this cool-off period for him, you know, it's kind of still fresh in your mind.
Well, like I said, folks, 22 cars slated to start the A-Main. We've got 17 on hand. The top 10 locked in as they set, and here we go. We're going to run heat races to set the rest of the field. Heat 1 beginning to grid now. See the Chevy Silverado pace truck getting ready to lead them around. On the front row, the driver of the 5 car out of Indiana, that's Stephen Gregory. To his outside, driver of the 69 car out of Carolina, that's AJ Cruz.
Next row back, the man that struggled to get in the back gate. They finally let him in time to qualify. Brett Rolls in the 17. And the Brett Rolls outside, that man that's always in the action, the 28 of Christopher Lewis.
One row back from that's where you're going to find the 09 car out of the Midwest region, driver hailing from Wisconsin. That is the panhandler, Jared Hazen. To Hazen's outside, you're going to have the 21 car. That's the driver we talked to pre-race. Stars on Dirt Racing John Hain out of the Plains region.
Yeah, and rounding out the field is going to be Michael Redding in the number 2 car from Batesville, Arkansas. It's going to be interesting to see Michael come through. All the drivers in this heat race are going to advance to the features, so they're just racing for starting position at this point.
Here we go, folks. The Chevy Silverado pace truck, lights off on it. We're going to go 1 to green next time by. Green flag in the air. It's going to be Stephen Gregory on the loud pedal, leading us into turn 1. Here comes Rolls on the bottom. He's going to do battle with AJ Cruz in the 69.
Yeah, Brett Rolls down on the bottom. It looks like he's going to be able to clear. No, not quite able to clear him to go off the corner. But Michael Redding and the 21 made contact coming out of 4.
Michael Redding, John Hain make a little bit of contact. Christopher Lewis back there as well. Like we said, folks, they're all going to transfer. This is for a little bit of pride and a better starting spot. And right now it's the 5 car of Stephen Gregory leading us 3 down, 13 to go.
Oh, something happened to Gregory there in the corner. He got straightened up, got out of the gas. Lost a lot of ground at 2nd and 3rd.
AJ Cruz going to look on the bottom, possibly throw it deep, sell it cheap in 3 and 4. Not the case. He's going to give Rolls plenty of room on the top side. Rolls going to tickle the cush through 1 and 2. Your top 3, Gregory, Rolls, Cruz. 11 laps to go.
As they come out of turn number 4, Brett Rolls is now falling back to 3rd. He's going to set his eyes back on AJ Cruz. But AJ Cruz is starting to put a gap on him and chase down our leader, Gregory. Further back, you see the 28 of Christopher Lewis as he starts to set his eyes on 4th place to see if he can move up even further in this heat.
Christopher Lewis just trying to find something better, that starting position. We're going to ride on board the roof cam of the 28 car, the Buckeye Bullet, Chris Lewis, as you look off the back. Look at that, throws it off into the corner. Robbie Mudfly hit the wall. Hello, baby, we're back at the dirt track.
Yes, sir. We're slinging mud as far as we can. If you're in the front row, I feel bad for you because you're carrying clots of dirt home with you. But we got a battle for the lead up front. AJ Cruz to the inside of Gregory as they go down into 3 and 4. AJ throws it in. Cruz kind of holds it on his door, kind of not letting him get away from him.
AJ Cruz definitely putting the pressure on Stephen Gregory right now, but Gregory has walked away. Give him about 3 car lengths through 3 and 4. We come down the front straightaway one more time. It's 5 laps to go. Heat race number 1. Gregory's led them all. AJ Cruz is there, and Brett Rolls continuing to show a strong run. He's running in 3rd.
Yeah, Brett Rolls stalking the 2 leaders from 3rd position as he has Christopher Lewis behind him. Babyface Hazen in 5th. Michael Redding in 6th. As they battle down the backstretch right now, though, Gregory with it field in hand as they come off of 4, heading to the start-finish line.
Go on board. Look at the hands work. The evil outlaw out of Batesville, Arkansas, as he tries to tackle the quarter-mile monster at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Redding currently running in the 6th position. 2 laps to go, and the battle for the lead is on again. Gregory looks to hang on to it down the back straightaway, but AJ Cruz is there.
Yeah, AJ made up a lot of ground in 3 and 4 on the last lap. Looked like Gregory had a little bit of trouble in 3 and 4 again. 3 and 4 seem to be where Gregory struggles the most right now, but he's able to get it going again, is able to pull away as we come to the white flag coming off of turn number 4.
Stephen Gregory gonna hold on. Heat race number 1 winner. As here we go, heat race number 2. Actually, you know what? That was it. That's going to fill out the rest of your field.
Yeah, all the drivers in that heat race advance. So we're going to go to our warm-up now. It's going to kind of move the session along a little fast for everybody tonight because of all the issues we have with all the servers. So the race is going to advance pretty quickly here, as the drivers are going to get a 5-minute warm-up here to get ready for the next race. But I tell you what, let's get a word with our pole sitter for tonight. And Bradley, I'm going to let you do that. It's going to be the number 97 of Blake Heather.
Blake Heather, this is Bradley Wilson, the backwards hat booth. You got a copy?
I do, sir, as I'm wheeling around this virtual Limaland.
Well, man, you're going to pick up tonight's Backwards Hat Productions Pole Award, Limaland Motorsports Park, the new build as the sun sets What do you think we're going to see tonight under this first night under that new build?
Oh, hopefully it gets a little bit darker. It's looks like we have another bug with iRacing that they'll probably end up getting patched here in a few days. But I'm pretty excited to see how this racing goes. We should see a lot of 2 wide, possibly even 3 wide racing around here.
Well, man, we've been talking to different drivers, and I want to get your opinion. I know you and the rest of your Joey Lamb teammates, or the Joey Lamb Racing teammates, you work closely together on setups. You know, as we've talked to a bunch of drivers, and I'm going to ask you the same question, before this build and this new innovative day-to-night transition, you know, you kind of had an idea whether the race was going to be in the morning, the late afternoon, the night. This opens it up, gives league owners an opportunity to run qualifying practice during the day, you know, and then run a race at night. You can run your heat races in the sunset, and, you know, by feature time, it's nightfall. How much does that open up having to be able to keep up with the track as a driver and make the right setup changes?
Oh, I think it just all boils down to how many cars you got out there and how many laps are getting put onto the track from the carrying over stages. As of right now, I don't believe iRacing has it to where weather implements besides humidity. But other than that, all we're doing is tearing it up a little bit and making it more racier for you guys out there.
I know I read in the release notes it's going to change the way that the track holds heat and releases heat and whatnot. They've kind of ampled up some of that. The cloud cover, you know, as the day goes through progression, the clouds are going to now be more noticeably moving around. It's definitely going to, you know, change the way things happen. I talked to John Hain, and, you know, he was under the, we talked about how in real life, once the nightfall kind of hits, there's going to be a little moisture come back up through the track, and it's going to get grippy before it slicks off. You know, just those little things, do you think they're going to, you know, kind of play in the overall dynamic of things?
Oh, I'm hoping so. I haven't got to see it firsthand yet. Hopefully tonight we'll be able to see that. Towards the end of it, we should be in darkness, I would hope. But, I mean, if it brings more grip to a slicker track, I'm all for it. To just create more racing and hopefully more lanes, so that way we can move around and actually battle side by side without having to bump somebody out of the way or, you know, do somebody dirty.
Well, man, like I said, you're going to pick up tonight's Backwards Hat Productions Pole Award. Before we let you get out of here, man, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, this race is all for Frankie and his mother that just passed away unexpectedly. So we're going out there and hopefully one of us win, but this is all for her. And I know she would have been here supporting us and rooting us on. So I appreciate you guys for putting on the show and allowing us to be able to showcase it.
Heck yeah, man. We'll go get it done, and maybe we'll be talking to you from Victory Lane after it's all said and done tonight.
Hopefully. Take it easy, brother.
Once again, that was your Quick Time Award winner, Blake Heather, in the 97 car. See him out there in the Stars and Stripes. Definitely a great paint scheme on the 97 ride. As folks, we're about 14 now, make it 13 seconds away from go time. 50 laps, I believe, is on the docket for tonight. Robbie, we've seen a lot of races from this place, man, and we've seen these drivers now for make it 4 weeks completed. Anybody you got your eye on?
I'll be honest with you, tonight I'm just looking for a good race. There's several drivers in this field that I think can get it done here. Right now, don't count Ronnie Brown out, don't count Shane Kelly out. Blake Heather on the pole, you know, that's a big advantage to be able to start up front. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But probably it's going to be a JLR driver, I'll be honest with you.
Well, we're fixing to find out, folks. 50 laps on the docket tonight. This is a makeup race. As soon as the grid starts to fill in, you see cars entering the grid now. We're going to turn 17 Bad Fast Pro late models loose. Find out who can fly the fighter jet in the gymnasium the best. And it's all going to start right here. Your front row tonight. The driver out of the Midwest region, that is the 97 car, Blake Heather. He sets your quick time To the outside, the driver in the 7 car, Superman Shane Showtime Kelly.
Inside of row number 2 is going to be Joey the Jedi Lamb driving the Grinch Mobile tonight. And his outsides are going to be that 19 of David Kunst.
1 row back from that, that's where you're going to find the 29 car. Oh, a little bit of stack up there. But that's the 29 car, Downtown Ronnie Brown. To his outside, you've got the 61 car, the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet Camaro of Brendan Elzoff out of Illinois.
Yeah, next row back is going to be Frank Gonzalez in that 04 Frankie, the Joker's car to Gonzalez. And his outside is El Presidente, John Kennedy in that number 89.
1 row back from that's going to be heat race winner Stephen Gregory out of Indiana. To his outside, that's going to be the 69 car of AJ Cruz out of Carolina.
Brett Rolls is going to start 13th with Christopher Lewis to his outside.
Green flag in the air. As we were going through the grid, we got to action, and they are already top to the bottom, the basement to the attic. Everybody going to try to fight for a little bit of position. We join the battle. Brendan Elzoff right here around the 8th position as he does battle with Ronnie Brown, Downtown Ronnie Brown.
Yeah, right now, contact between Ronnie Brown and the 41 as they come off of turn number 4. Both drivers able to collect it, keep it going, but Ronnie Brown is the man on a mission trying to move his way up through the field. Right now, though, Blake Heather has about a 4-car length lead over his teammate Joey Lamb, who's trying to fight off Showtime Shane Kelly on the outside.
The battle up front is a fierce one. It's 2 Joey Lamb racing machines, Heather and Lamb. Then you've got Shane Showtime Kelly, going to be one of the first drivers to go up, tickle the cush through 1 and 2. High, wide, and handsome, hanging some T-shirts off, Robbie.
Yeah, most definitely. These guys are starting to get up on the high side, starting to get up on the cushion. But several drivers already, as you probably have noticed, have gotten a little bit over the cushion. Once you get over the cushion, you pretty much are going to wall ride all the way through that corner because it's going to pull you right up into it.
One of the other drivers up there running the top line, that's the 114 car of Jared Beasley, your Alabama driver, as he does battle with J.W. Anderson. Oh! Shane Kelly, problems for the 7 car.
Yeah, I believe Shane jumped the cushion there in turn 2, slowed him way down. Unfortunately, that's going to allow, who is it, the 41, I believe, to get into the back of him.
There's John Kennedy. He does battle with Christopher Lewis. El Presidente, the Buckeye Bullet. This is a battle for the 9th and 10th position. As right now, Kennedy now going to hang on to it. He's going to look to the inside of Elzoff.
Yeah, John Kennedy down on the bottom trying to find his way around. Spoke to John for a little bit during the warm-ups while you were interviewing Blake Heather. John says he wants to get to the top, but unfortunately right now there's no top side.
Right now he's trying to work it in. Now he's going to go back to the middle, folks. We panned out, showed you the action from a broader spectrum as it is hot and heavy. There is John Kennedy once again. There's Elzoff. We're going to take a look at him once again running 8th, and Frankie Gonzalez just in front of him. That's 7th. Giving about 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th all right there within a few car lengths of each other.
Yeah, the action right in the middle of the pack is pretty hard and heavy as these guys battle each other. But I tell you one thing I'm noticing, Bradley, I don't know if you've seen it, these guys have been running the middle so much now that the middle is pretty much slicked all the way off. There's not really much grip left there in the middle. Guys are having to go lower and lower, and that's actually pushing drivers up to the high side. So I think the high side is going to start coming in here soon.
Well, we're going to go on board with your heat race winner, Stephen Gregory, right now as he's making good on the bottom while it's there. But, Robbie, I definitely think you're right as we continue to watch the racing action. Fans, if you hear Robbie talk about slicked off, you're going to see the different textures of the racetrack. That lighter part is actually now starting to take rubber. See, most of the guys, Robbie, going to start migrating up to the high side.
Yeah, definitely noticed John Kennedy's moved up there. Shane Kelly's up there. Christopher Lewis is up there. Jaron Hazen's up there. A lot of these guys are going up to the top. Like I said, that middle groove is pretty much gone now. They've taken all the moisture out of it. It's starting to take a lot of rubber.
Caution flag's going to fly for the first time. Looks like it will be the 2 car, the Evil Outlaw, Michael Redding. Heavy damage to that machine. Caution will fly. Go back, see if we can take a look at just what happened to Redding. Oh! Looks like it. Man, I'm not quite sure. Look at that. We'll take a look from a little bit closer review, but Robbie, it looks like he set it in the corner and then it just kind of bit unexpectedly right there.
Yeah, it kind of, looking at it, it almost looks like the front of the nose kind of dug in. And when it dug in and set itself free, it just sort of hooked that car to the right a little bit. Gave it that extra bite like you talked about.
Well, here we go, folks. 31 laps to go. 20 of the 50 already down. Of course, when you're running around the quarter-mile bull ring, things going to happen in a hurry. As right now, it's all Blake Heather, I believe, pretty much started from the poles, led every lap. Joey Lamb started third up to second. It's going to be an all Joey Lamb Racing front row as the lights are off on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Green flag back in the air. It's Blake Heather on the loud pedal. It's up, it's out. 30 laps to go. Lamb now going to challenge to the bottom. Heather going to stay right around the attic.
Yeah, these guys are battling hard. Joey to the extreme bottom, Heather to the extreme top. That top side's starting to come in. Looks like that's where everybody's moving to. As you watch most of the cars, probably 3/4 of the field now has moved to the top.
In the words of Cody Gray, everybody going to be railing the boards up top right now. Blake Heather hanging some t-shirts, tickles the cush. Joey Lamb up there. Now you see the 19 car of David Kuntz. He started fourth, currently up a spot to third.
Yeah, old Danger Dave Kuntz is at it again tonight, trying to move up towards the front. Made his way up to third so far, but he's about 5 to 6 car lengths behind our top two, and our top two are, man, they're teammates, but they're racing each other hard right now.
Oh, we were watching the action. There it is, downtown Ronnie Brown, a few others going to stack up. Everybody stays going. Traffic jam, looks like heavy traffic you'd see on the 580. Everybody going to continue on, and now, Robbie, we're going to go 3 wide into 3 and 4.
Yeah, 3 wide sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. This track is definitely wide enough to allow it to happen. But I tell you, it's amazing, and it's a salute to all these drivers that they were able to get that stacked up, keep them all going straight, and not bring a caution out.
Stephen Gregory, your heat race winner, started 11th, currently up in the 9th position. He's one of the drivers, Robbie, who's kind of still down there catfishing on the bottom.
Yeah, Gregory is trying to make that bottom work, but I tell you right now, man, there's just nothing down there.
Oh, contact, Cruz into Brown, Brown into Hayne. Everybody's going to make it out alive. Out of turn 4, laps winding down. It's 21 laps to go.
Yeah, 21 laps to go, and Cruz just threw it into 3 and 4 on the inside of Brown there on that last lap. But I tell you right now, got a heck of a battle between Elzoff and Kennedy as they come off of turn number 2, head down the backstretch. Kennedy to the extreme bottom, just about on top of the loader tires down there as Elzoff's running that middle high groove.
Got one in the basement, one in the attic, high, wide, and handsome. Shane Kelly going to stick his nose in there. Oh, Frank Gonzalez.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
A little bit of a traffic jam. Caution flag's going to fly. One note is Michael Redding has rejoined the race, currently being shown 5 laps down in the 17th position. 18 laps to go, Robbie. There's action, as there always is, all over this racetrack.
Yeah, it's getting exciting watching these guys go at it. But I tell you, right now, the 2 JLL cars of Heather and Lamb are just the class of the field at the moment. Everybody else, it seems like, is racing for third. But don't count out Danger Dave as he gets another chance at him now.
Well, we've got the Grinch late model for Joey Lamb. The Grinch stole Dirt Weeks coming up in December. He was planning on revealing it, like he said, a few weeks from now, but decided to go ahead and bring it out, and so far giving it a ride, setting second.
Yeah, most definitely. That's a sharp looking race car he's driving there. But the Grinch is trying to steal one tonight from his teammate.
Well, here we go. Heather back on the loud pedal. Green flag in the air. It's 15 laps to go around the Limaland Motorsports Park. Heather and Lamb going to get away, and behind them it is a traffic jam. Look at that. 4 wide through 3 and 4. Elzoff tickles the cush. up there where there was just about nowhere to go, and we're still 3 wide.
Oh, as soon as I was getting ready to talk good about John Kennedy, he gets loosened up into the wall. But John Kennedy there on the first lap, contact between Danger Dan and Jared Beasley, stacked the field up. Kennedy running the extreme bottom, went from 8th to 3rd in one corner.
Shane Kelly going to work the middle part of the racetrack where it's rubbered up. Hey, look at this, Robbie. Steven Gregory on the move. Picks up another spot. Oh, cars around in the back. Looks like we will stay green.
Wow, how that didn't bring one out, I'll never know. But I tell you, Blake Heather is telling the Grinch he can go steal somebody else's race because he's not stealing this one, as Blake Heather has set that 97 in the wind.
Heather has had that Joey Lamb racing machine on rails since the drop of the green. 9 laps to go. We're going to see if he can hang on. Oh, sparks fly in the wall out of 2. That's going to open it up, and here comes Lamb one more time.
Yeah, Blake Heather definitely laying it all on the line.
All right, man. Caution is
Caution
out.
flag's going to fly. I believe it'll be the 69 car of AJ Cruz. Go back and see what happened to AJ here. Oh, looks like the 5 car of Gregory gets into the 19 car of Kuntz. And then it's just kind of that accordion effect, Robbie, and around's going to go AJ Cruz.
Yeah, Kuntz got to the wall down the backstretch, slowed up in the corner, and then the next thing you know, kind of accordions back to Cruz. Cruz, unfortunately, is the loser on that exchange, but it's going to stack us up for a heck of a finish here.
Here we go, folks. 6 laps to go. The Chevy Silverado pace truck still continues to pace around. 21 of you out there watching right now. Matt Maker kicks some ass. Frankie definitely going to be one of the guys you've got to be pulling for in this thing. As here we go, doubled up 2x2 out of turn number 2. Lights are off on the Chevy Silverado pace truck. We're going to go green out of 4. Robbie Buckner is going to have the call.
All right, guys, this will be our last restart of the night. Can Blake Heather hold him off? Blake Heather's on the gas already. He's going to get out on Joey Lamb, but Joey's going to be right on his bumper as they go into 1 and 2. Joey to the bottom, Heather to the top as they go down the backstretch.
The Jedi going to try to do anything he can through 3 and 4. You've got one in the basement and one in the attic. Heather going to use the momentum. It's 2 laps to go. Next time by, time running out. Oh! Caution flag's going to fly. That may do it for us, as we're going to go back and see just what happened. There you see it, folks. Haynes going to get in there a little hot, tries to get it checked up, doesn't make it in time. As right as that's happening, Kuntz is trying to check up for Elzoff. Once again, Robbie, it's kind of like I said, it's, just a traffic jam at that point.
It's pretty much everybody on top of each other at that point. But I tell you, Blake Heather's going to come home your winner tonight. Blake Heather with the win, Joey Lamb second, and John Kennedy's going to round out your top 3. And I tell you, Bradley, I don't know if you've seen this yet or not, but our hard charger tonight is going to be John Hain. Picked up 10 spots, started 17th. Actually, 11 spots. Started 17th, going to come home 6th.
How about that? Had to come out of the heat race, started towards the outhouse, come up just a few spots shy of the penthouse, maybe made it up to about the 3rd floor, Robbie, and then that's all she wrote.
Most definitely. So let's get a word with our hard charger, and then I'll make my way down and talk to the 3rd, 2nd, and our winner tonight.
Tell you what, let's do it.
Don Hain, Robbie Butner, back with that production. We've got a copy, bud.
Yes, sir, I do.
John, man, started 17th tonight, going to come home 6th, would be the hard charger tonight's race. How about that run?
Man, I'm surprised. I was pretty off there in qualifying, just couldn't get the speed. But like I said earlier when I talked to you, I was kind of trying to work on making my car free and working wherever, and boy, it came to me.
I tell you, the Stars on Dirt late model definitely came alive during that race there. I tell you, if this was a 100-lap race at the rate that you were going, you may have got the lead and lapped the whole field at the rate you were coming through the field.
Yeah, when I finally got close enough there on that restart, that last one there, I realized, wow, I got the speed of the leaders and really, really wish this was another 20, 30, maybe 50 laps.
I tell you, man, heck of a job tonight, though. But to start 17th in this field and come home 6th is a heck of an accomplishment, man. Before I let you go tonight and celebrate with the crew on a solid race tonight, got anybody you want to thank out there?
Yeah, once again, I want to thank the Stars on Dirts guys, you know, Eddie, Ted, Mark, George, all those guys, man, they put a good piece together and let me run it. So just need to really thank them and thank you guys once again for the broadcast. You guys do an excellent job. And Michael, man, he puts together a good series here with a good group of guys. He deserves a lot of credit for what you guys see every week.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, we appreciate you showing up and racing with these guys when you do, and hopefully we'll see you back out next week.
Yeah, hopefully, and hopefully I'll get my qualifying act together and maybe start up front.
Heck yeah, brother. We definitely expect to see you up front. If nothing else, we know even if you start at the back, you're going to be a factor. As again, started 17th, going to come home 6th, picked up 11 spots. Tonight's hard charger is going to be John Hain in the 21 Dirt on Dirt Stars car.
Y'all have a good week. Thank you very much.
Heck of a drive for John Hain once again, Robbie, as he came up from 17th to 6th, just outside the top 5. As we continue on, I believe Robbie's now standing by with your 3rd place finisher, John Kennedy.
Yeah, I'm down here with El Presidente, the man, the myth, the legend that is John Kennedy. John, I tell you, man, me and you talked a little bit during the warm-up about the top side not quite being there and kind of have to go to the bottom there, and it looked like towards the end of the race the top was starting to come in. But I tell you what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that restart with about 12 laps to go. You're running, looked like about 8th, 9th place, a little bit of contact with the drivers in front of you, and all of a sudden you come out of it in 3rd place, man. Tell me about that restart.
Yeah, they all got together, like, up top, and I just hugged them tires around the bottom. I was lucky my car turned good enough. I mean, 1 and 2 I could get a turn, 3 and 4 I couldn't get a turn on the bottom. That's the reason why I was up top. Heck
yeah, brother. Definitely a good run for you tonight, though, man. Qualified decent, qualified 8th, going to come home 3rd tonight. I know the frustration is probably mounting trying to wait on that win, get that win, be patient and all. But you definitely got to feel better with the improvements that you're starting to see. Is every week it seems like it's starting to come together for you and the team.
Yeah, definitely, and getting new wheel helps too. I mean, I was having problems with my pedals before, and they finally got that figured out.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Definitely a good job tonight. As always, you know our deal here at Backwards Hat Productions, man. Give us your shout-outs, your thanks, who you want to shout out tonight.
So thank Michael for putting this on, you guys for broadcasting, and everybody out there watching.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, again, congratulations on a solid 3rd place finish, and thank you again for last night helping us out in the booth. And if we can't have you in the booth, you know, for the actual race, nothing like interviewing at the end of the race on a successful night.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Once again, that was 3rd place finisher John Kennedy, all the way up from the 10th starting spot. Fastest, one of the last guys to make it in on time through qualifying. Definitely found the loud pedal when it mattered. As now you're getting to see, Robbie, sun's starting to set and the track lights now beginning to come on full feature.
Yeah, it definitely is. Standing down here with Joey Lamb and the Grinch that stole Dirt Week car. Come up 1 spot short tonight. Joey, tell us about your night, brother.
Oh, man, we had a great night. I mean, not exactly what we wanted. We didn't go out here and get max points, but I did say a JLR driver would go out here and do it. So, and we did that. So,
heck yeah.
But all in all, can't complain. Crazy, man. These iRacing bugs. I hope we get this thing worked out because it is so pretty. The sun setting and the clouds rolling in. Looking at the broadcast now, it looks great.
Yeah, it definitely looks good when the lights come on and the sun starts going down behind the trees, man. But I tell you, Sharp race car racing for causes this week. You know, you got several things on the car that you're racing for. Christmas time, you know, the little kids are going to love the Grinch car. So if you could do anything different tonight to maybe pick up that one extra spot, what would you have needed to have done to got around your teammate there?
Probably when I found the cushion a little bit sooner than he did. Probably run him over. Other than that, the top sign was just really dominant tonight. I mean, I gave it everything I had there on those restarts when I had it. I mean, as you can see, I mean, I let him get ahead of me so I could throw that slider in the one. And the top side, it's just so much momentum in these pro late models that you have to keep up going around here. It's difficult that, you know, we don't really get to throw the hard sliders. And normally if you start out front, you're normally pretty much going to be okay for the most part, not unless you make a huge mistake, which luckily Blake didn't tonight. But once we go to the supers next year, you'll see more of the sliders and the definitely from the straightaway back like I wanted to do, but just didn't have enough power. But it's all good.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Again, solid night for you tonight. Good, solid finish. Didn't get max points like you wanted, but definitely a good points night for you, man. You know, you're a veteran of the Backwards Hat Productions, so you know what comes next, man. Give us your shout-outs.
Oh, definitely. Got to thank Russell Brown Race Cars. Excuse me, this is a little bit different. We've changed sponsors around, so. All right, so Russell Brown Race Cars. Then we got to thank K&F Racing. Man's
got so many sponsors he can't remember them all.
Well, I'm scrolling through Facebook right now trying to find my actual last post.
I'm telling you, I think this is one of the only times I haven't heard the Jedi just on it with the sponsors. Hey, while you scroll through.
Yeah, well, they changed around a lot, and I haven't done an interview in a while, so you have to give me anything. So let's start over. All right, so thanks to us. Well, first and foremost, we absolutely hashtag Racing for Donna. For those who don't know, my driver, Frankie Gonzalez, lost his mother suddenly last week. Funeral was the day. Also, hashtag Caden Strong. I hope I'm saying that right. Keith Hackney's son, diagnosed with leukemia. So you'll see all these yellow banners on every race car. Hopefully we'll see 5,000, 10,000. Hopefully everybody will run a banner, because for every picture that Hackney gets, his sponsors in real life will donate $1 to his kids' medical funds. But let's get to it. Thanks, Russell Brown Race Cars, K&F Racing, Borden and Wayne Restoration, Backwards Hat Racing Association, Aces and Eights, BA Graphics, DK Designs, iRacing, and thank you, Evil One Graphics and Jim Reavers for doing the Grinch car. And that's it.
A lot of them. But you got them all in there, man. We're proud of you. Again, congratulations on a good run tonight, and we'll see you next week, Joey.
Awesome. Thank you.
Once again, that was second place finisher out of North Carolina, the Jedi, Joey Lamb. Robbie, I believe where it's now time to head to Victory Lane, where you've caught up with race winners, started from the pole, quick time award. Just pretty much flag to flag, got it done here tonight. Blake Heather in the 97.
Yeah, down here in Victory Lane with the man that did come home with max points tonight, Blake Heather. I tell you, man, you set that 97 out in the wind and dared anybody to come near you, and if they did, you just walked away from them like you were toying with them. Tell us about your race tonight in that dominant race car.
Oh, I don't know about dominant, but we figured out a pretty decent lineup there around the top, and she just kind of stuck like glue, and Joey was hounding me for a little bit there, and I finally got a nice, comfortable lead on him and goofed that up. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but I butchered it and almost went to the little end of the racetrack where you would originally enter instead of in our lovely pit road here. I lost about a second on that and gathered it up and got a lucky caution on that one. I didn't want to see the last one, but because it would have been a hell of a race, I think, towards the end there with Kennedy coming up and Joey right there. So just it was a hell of a night. Long battle. Track changed a lot more than I thought it would. The bottom went away really quick and the top came, but I think if we would have been able to use the top more, the bottom would have came back. But it was just it became top dominant, and it's hard to pass once you're up there.
Well, heck yeah, brother! I tell you, you were one of the first drivers to go up there and find it. So, you know, they say finders keepers, losers weepers. So you found it first. You got to keep it, kept the lead all night long. Like I said, dominated this race from start to finish, led every single lap, won the pole, max points nights, man. Heck of a race for you tonight. Don't really know what else to ask you or say to you, man, because I mean, you just pretty much said it all on the track tonight, man. Anybody out there you want to give a shout out to? Any sponsors or anything you want to talk about, man? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm short of questions for you tonight.
I just got to thank everybody at Joey Lamb Racing. I mean, we're like a family, and you know, as Joey said about Frankie's mom, I mean, this was our main goal, was to go out there and try to steal, you know, the top 4 spots with me, Joey, Frankie, and AJ. It looks like they had a little bit of a rough race. Those two did, and at least we got 1, 2, and stole most of the podium. But I mean, and then obviously Keith Hackney's son with leukemia. You know, I got 2 kids myself. I would, oh my God, I'd be so devastated if something happened like that. And you know, I'm here to support them, and I mean, that's dirt racing for you.
Heck yeah, brother. I tell you, though, good job tonight. Glad to see you come home with it, man. And hopefully next week you can repeat.
We'll see. Williams Grove, I mean, it's an okay track for me, but definitely for whatever reason, Limaland used to be one of my worst, and it's came back to me.
Heck yeah, brother. You're on it tonight, man. Be proud. You dominated this thing, and
yeah.
We'll celebrate it, and we'll see you next week as you go for 2 in a row.
Thanks, guys.
From Victory Lane, once again, congratulations, Blake Heather. 1 second, folks, as we experience a little bit of... So you're getting to see a little bit of the inner workings of what goes into Backwards Hat Productions. Standings board to the graphics. But once again, Robbie, man, what a race we saw tonight as, you know, 50 laps, Limaland, 3-4 wide. This place never disappoints.
No, it doesn't disappoint at all. Definitely good racing all the way around tonight. Nice to see the transition from day to night. As we're finishing up the race tonight, lights are fully on, sun's pretty much fully set, and it's gonna be awesome once all these league admins figure this out and are able to do it.
Yeah, definitely. So, as you know, like we said, man, and you can't overestimate it, or you can't oversell it, really. This is going to be huge with how setups go, and I guarantee you we're probably going to see some first-time winners out of this deal as the season goes on. We're going to go ahead and run down your top, or your finishing order. Blake Heather once again starts from the pole, leads it flag to flag in the Joey Lamb Racing number 97 machine. Joey Lamb himself going to come home second. Third, all the way up from 10th, will be John Kennedy. Fourth will be Brendan Elsoff. Top 5 for Jared Beasley. A well-needed top 5 for that driver. As, you know, definitely we've noted it kind of been on the dry spell as of late, Robbie. Good to see Beasley come home inside the top 5. John Hain, your hard charge of the night, up from 17th to 6th. 7th will be Shane Showtime Kelly. 8th will be the Buckeye Bullet Christopher Lewis, up from 14th to 8th. 9th will be Jaron Hazen. And rounding out your top 10, that's going to be J.W. Anderson.
Yeah, downtown Ronnie Brown's going to come home 11th. Brett Rolls made it into the track. They opened the gate, let him in finally. He's going to come home 12th. Frankie, the Joker Car Gonzalez racing with a heavy heart tonight, is going to come home 13th. AJ Cruz 14th. Danger David Kuntz is going to come home 15th. Outlaw Michael Redding is going to come home 16th. And Stephen Gregory, your heat race winner tonight, unfortunately gets rolled up in an accident, and he's going to come home 17th.
Well, there it is, folks. Another night, another Wednesday night came and gone here with the MVRL. As we close out the show, once again, we want to thank all of our sponsors here at Backwards Hat Productions. Russell Brown Race Cars, also the proud sponsor of Joey Lamb's number 81 machine. Thompson Seed and Garden out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. Wintertime is upon us, but doesn't mean that those flower beds have to go to waste. And if you're in the Muskogee area, definitely check them out. Nothing's going to get those flower beds brighter through the winter. 5-Star Drafting Incorporated, our plans outrank theirs. That's our Florida partner, folks. And I tell you all the time that, you know, if you're planning to build that dream home or, you know, just a new business, something like that, and you're in the Florida area, don't skip past these guys. You can check them out on Facebook. 5-Star Drafting Incorporated, always uploading some quality content. Also got the Midwest Racing Development crew. One of them, Shane Showtime Kelly, in action tonight. Trevor Shakin Baker, Torrin Shirts, the rest of those guys that make up that. Always an awesome team. As, yeah, like I said, Robbie, not much can be said about tonight. And, you know, the lights on. It's definitely going to be exciting throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome to see. And these guys, to be fun to watch. But thanks to all the fans for tuning in tonight. Awesome to see everybody out there tonight in Backwards Hat Nations. You guys got to see another action-packed night from the MVRL. And thanks for those that tuned in last night as we carry the ITRL. And I think we're good on the broadcast until next Wednesday, right?
I believe we are, but that does open it up if you're a league owner, somebody interested in getting your show brought to the world, virtue of the Backwards Hat Productions crew. Hit up me or Robbie on Facebook or message the Facebook page. We've got some openings, got some time. If we can work it into the schedule, we'd be more than happy to sit down in talks with you about possibly adding you to the Backwards Hat Productions show list through the winter. But yeah, like Robbie said, man, until next Wednesday night, that's going to wrap it up for Backwards Hat Productions. We hope you all stay safe and go throughout your week. I know winter weather is upon us. I'm expecting a little bit of it here on the home front. So everybody stay safe out there and practice safety on the roadways and leave the racing for the speedways. Until next time, I'm Bradley Wilson for Robbie Buckner. This has been the widely imitated and never duplicated Backwards Hat Production.